grade 10s. This is a lesson on a parabola, but the parabola is with a straight line. A parabola is this shape. Now, when you're looking at the formula, how would you know that this is a parabola or a quadratic graph? The x is going to have a square. When you look at this one, the x doesn't have a square. So this is a straight line. This is a parabola graph. So the question says determine the gradient of the straight line. When you look at your straight line, is written y minus 2x plus 4 is equals to 0. It is not written in a standard form. In a standard form is y is equals to mx plus c. So it means you must take everything to the other side. Y is equals to 2x minus 4. So this is the standard form. When you have the standard form, that number that goes with x is the gradient. So it means our gradient is 2. Okay, number B, they say determine the coordinates of A, B, and C. When you get such a question, you need to go to the graph. What is happening at A? What is happening at B? What is happening at C? At A is the x-intercept, but is the x-intercept for both graphs because they are intersecting. At B is the y-intercept. Y-intercept for both graphs. And then at C is the x-intercept for the parabola. Okay, let's start with A. At A, you use the equation that you have. I only have the straight line. I don't have the parabola. So in the x-intercept, y is 0. So I'm going to have 0 is equals to 2x minus 4. So I'm going to take the minus 4 to the other side. It becomes 4 is equals to 2x. I divide by 2. I divide by 2. 2 is equals to x. So it means my coordinate at A, x is 2, y is 0. Remember I said y, let y be 0. And on the intercept, y is 0. Okay. B, at B, it's x being 0. So here's my equation. If x is 0, y is minus 4. So it is 0 and minus 4. It's also the intercept, the y-intercept. So you find the y-intercept is C. Okay. Number C. How do I calculate C? I use the knowledge of symmetry. In grade 10, your y-axis is the axis of symmetry, meaning that if I flip the graph, it will fall on top of C. The A will fall on top of C. The difference will be the sign because this sign is negative. So it means my C, it will be negative 2 and 0. So you just need to know the symmetry. Right. When you get the coordinates, go to the graph on your question paper and write the coordinates because you're going to use them. Okay, now we want the equation of G. There's the equation of G. But already G, we see here, is our Q because Q is the y-intercept. So my Q is equals to 4. Okay, so my y is equals to ax squared plus 4. So I'm going to use any of the equations that are on the graph. So I'm going to use this one, the 2 and 0. 0 is equals to a into 2 squared plus 4. Then I take the 4 to the other side. I made a mistake. There's a mistake. This is a minus 4. That's a minus 4. That's a minus 4 there. And that's a minus 4. Okay, I take the 4 to the other side, becomes 4 is equal to 2 squared is 4a. I divide by 4, 1 is equals to a. So my a is 1, my q is minus 4. Then I write the equation. G of x is equals to 1x squared minus 4. This is the equation. Right, number D, determine the domain and the range of G. They've only asked us one. They didn't ask us for the straight line. So the domain of G, domain are all the x values. So it's x is an element of real numbers. And then the range depends on the shape of the graph. If the graph is facing up, y is greater or equal to the turning point. The turning point is minus 4. If the graph was facing down, it will be y less or equal then the turning point. But in this question, the graph is facing up, is positive, our A is positive, so it's greater or equal. You add the equal as well. Okay, for number E, they say we must calculate the length of DE. If D has a coordinate of x as 1, DE is this line here. This line, they say, is perpendicular to the y-axis. So when we are looking for a line that is perpendicular for y-axis, or they will say it's parallel, not perpendicular, it's parallel to the y-axis, or they will say it's perpendicular to the x-axis. When you're looking for a line between two graphs, the formula is DE is equals to, you look at the two graphs, the graph that is on the top, in this case was the straight line y, and then minus the one that is on the bottom. In this case, the bottom one is g. Usually in a question you'll have an f at x, but in this question they didn't have, they said y. So you write the formula for that line. The formula for that line is 2x minus 4 minus, open bracket, the formula for this one. It was x squared minus 4. And then we multiply them out. The 4 will cancel the 4. I'll have 2x minus x squared. And then in my equation, they said that, in my question, they say that D has an x coordinate which is 1. So it means for DE, I'm going to substitute 1. I'm going to have 2 times 1 minus 1 squared. Then 2 times 1 is 1. So it means the length of DE is 1. When you are asked to find a line or a length between two graphs, is the top graph minus the bottom one. Thank you for watching. This is the end of our lesson.